Live from the heart of the blockchain, two legends rise.
Yo, it's Airwink in the cockpit, DJ Orakle in control. Teach main city like it's coded in their soul. From the basis to the D plays, every tool, every tip. They'll turn noobs into legends on this crypto trip. Grinding mission, stacking loot, dodging fakes, making moves. You got question, they got proof. Boost defense, point prestige, mo finesse. Main city ain't a game, it's a whole mindset test. Loaded lions in the streets, cubs chasing that bread. Every stat, every buff, yeah, it's all in your head. So plug in, level up, learn the code, know the plan. With Orakle and Airwink, you gon' master the land.
Welcome to the show, where crypto meets the grind, where knowledge drops hard and the game's redefined. This ain't no chill, this is strategy and wit. Main City 101, now let's get it lit. Welcome to the show, where crypto meets the grind, where knowledge drops hard and the game's redefined. This ain't no chill, this is strategy and wit. Main City 101, now let's get it lit.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Wink 7. Hope you guys are all doing well today. I'm joined again by DJ Orakle, so thank you, DJ, for joining me.
Yes. What's up, everybody? Thank you, Wink, for hosting. Thank you guys for showing up and kicking it with us.
Yes, thank you. So yeah, today, it seems like we're lining up pretty well, where it's always like just a little bit before another blitz. So, we've always got the blitz to talk about, it seems, either the past one or the future one. So that's always good. But yeah, we've got some interesting stuff to talk about today, some minor updates and whatnot. But let's just go through the list real quick here. So we've got the Howlpoint Blitz. That is starting on September 26th. So right there at the end of the month. We've also got the Bold Tiger partnership to discuss. So this is the newest Legion partner. They did just do an update yesterday, so we're going to go over some of the interesting mechanics and stuff that have been changed, as well as show off the new skin that's part of the Capybara project. And then we want to talk about some of the Loaded Lion progress that's been going on. You've probably seen the Lion token being added to quite a bit of different exchanges, so we just wanted to quickly talk about that. And also maybe talk a little bit about this K-pop thing, which I have zero clue about. But again, we'll talk about it and share our thoughts. And then, yeah, we'll talk a little bit about the speculation and banter at the very end, mostly pertaining to the elements for the businesses. So we'll try to not talk too much about it during the latest update, as well as a little teaser that Nix had put out about a UI update or change that's coming out. So we'll also talk about what we think that might be. All right.
Sounds good.
So,
all right.
Yeah, let's, I guess, hop into it. Unless, do you want to do a quick little shout out?
Well, shout out to everybody who is on Division 1. I'm now in Division 1. So thank you, Wink, for all the tips that you've given me, all the help. And shout out to all the main city players out there.
All right. Yeah, no worries. I'm glad to see you up there in Division 1. I think we're at almost 110 players. I should actually do a quick little check to see what we are at specifically. But let's maybe actually just flip over to the recording here. Do that quick first, and then we'll get into the Howlpoint Blitz. But you're at you said 94, I believe, right? So let's just take a quick, take a
95
quick,
now.
95. Take a quick scroll down there. So where are we looking at? So 100. Yep, right on 111. So shout out to Randall Tor holding up the very last position in Division 1 at 111. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of new players, or more players at least, joining Division 1. So that's pretty exciting. I know that's definitely where a lot of people are targeting getting to as quick as possible at this point. I think when I joined, I was number 77 to hit. So shout out to Tome, who's holding that position now. And then there's Papa Bigfoot at 72, Raz Al Ghul at 70. What else we got up here? Quite a bit of people. Crypto Spot, Shout out to ZZ Mon. I know I was fighting with him quite a bit trying to overtake him, but I think I've solidified the overtake, so I don't think he's going to be able to catch up to me now, as long as I keep playing my strategy. And then, yeah, well, my target's to get into the top 50. I know Vigorous, he posted about making it there, so congratulations to him. Hopefully I'll be catching up to him sooner rather than later, but yeah. I think that does it for the Division 1 update. So let's let's just get into it then. So let's flip over. So we've got the Howlpoint Blitz. So this is the next Blitz that's coming out. This is going to be another week-long one, and they have revealed the prize pool value. They haven't broken down the specifics of the prize pool yet, but the total makeup of the value of the prize pool is going to be $30,000 US. Now, my speculation on this is it's going to be similar to previous competitions. You're going to have the breaking point of 50. So the top 50 are going to get 2 tactical gear NFTs, and then everybody else outside of the top 50 up to the top 1,000 are going to be getting 1 tactical gear NFT. And then obviously with the top 10, there's some extra NFTs there. So that's my assumption that it'll break it down. I think that was last time. I think it was basically a 15-15 split. So yeah, we are waiting on the official announcement of the breakdown, but we are still about a week away. So still lots of time for them to provide that to us, especially in the playbook update.
Yeah, I think it'll be the same. I agree with you. The only thing is that I just wish that they would, let's see, what's a good way to put it? I wish they would divide some of the top 10 NFTs so that the top 100 could get 2 NFTs instead of the top 50. I think the top 100 should get 2 NFTs. But I'm not sure if they can take one NFT from every top 10 or whatever NFTs from the top 10 to make that happen. But I guess it's kind of like a smaller competition. So I guess that's kind of fair.
Yeah, I agree with you. It would be nice to see more competition for the top 100. I mean, the top 50, last competition, I think part of the big drive for people to get a high enough position or as high as they possibly could was also the Ishin Revenger. Having an extra basically $45-50 NFT just for having a PFP equipped and being at as high of a position as you could. I think it ended up being like the top 23 players made up the actual 20 top players. So it was pretty stiff competition to get into the prize to be able to be awarded a Ishin Revenger. But I imagine that was also part of the drive for people to push as hard as they could to get a high rank, aside from also the extra NFT. Now, I know I didn't make it into the top 50 last competition, part issues with my strategy, I think, and also part just not enough time in the day for myself to actually play. But hopefully I'll have a little bit more ability to focus on this one. So we'll see how it goes. But it would be nice to see if they would expand it to a top 100 opposed to just top 50.
Yeah, I think the top 100 to get 2 NFTs, I think that's pretty fair. But we'll see. Yeah, actually, you're right about the Ishin, because you could see by the amount of people that were using the PFP, huh?
Yeah. Now, I mean, also part of it was probably the excitement of the new NFT collection being introduced as a usable one, plus it having a free to use skin just for owning the NFT. I'm a big proponent of the skins being unlocked via an NFT collection, especially if the collection is integrated into Main.City. So I thought it was, probably another driving factor that a lot of people wanted to run with the LL Sport and also use the Ishin skin on it. So, just got to represent the Ishin project, which, I mean, they're also pretty cool looking NFTs. So it adds to the help with that. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with this one. Chances are, I'm for sure guaranteeing I don't think the Cows Gone Mad will be included. The mint is 2 days prior to this blitz. I don't know what their integration schedule is, but we'll have to see. So reminder for everybody: 2 days before this blitz starts is the mint day for the Cows Gone Mad. So if you are looking to get some more information on that, make sure you go into their Discord. They've also got a Telegram, or look at their X page. But I'm probably going to mint a couple. We'll see, depending on the price, though.
Yeah, definitely. There are some pretty cool looking cows. I'm looking forward to minting a couple, depending on the price as well. But just especially because they're supposed to be integrated into the game, and that's the main reason. I just hope they don't pull another Syntopia where it seems like the NFT is going to be integrated and then it's just a skin. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's what I was talking about that on the Discord. But maybe we'll save that for the next update. Let's try to stay a little focused here on the Howlpoint Blitz here. Do you have any changes to your strategy that you think you're going to try to implement? Or I know last time you said you wanted to try the hold back and then try to like ramp up for the big day. Are you gonna think you're gonna try and stick to that, or are you just gonna play your typical style?
No, I think I am gonna wait this time just because I have to try it out, just to try it out. I need to discipline myself and have some self-control.
Yeah, it's hard.
But they haven't, yeah, right? I mean, because it's competition, you kind of want to like start getting, but it's strategy over anything. It would be nice, I guess, if I don't know how nice it would be if the 10x day will be the first day. Then it kind of pushes everybody to kind of start from the start, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's what I was kind of surprised that it was the third day again. I honestly thought maybe they would try a different day, right? Because the first one was on the third day. This past one was on the third day. So, I mean, I'm like 50-50. It's probably going to be the third day, but I'm also still like holding out hope or belief, at least, that they will make a change to it. Maybe try the second day, or like you said, maybe they will do a first day 10x, which I think would incentivize people, like you said, to start playing right at the start. So we'll see. But yeah, I was kind of surprised, to be honest, that it was the third day again.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna try it out, and see how it goes, because that's the only way for me to really find out and keep tuning. It did help that I was out. I can see why it's helpful to sit out, because there's more people to attack, and not just the players. When you're in the range within the players that you already know that they're equipped with NFTs, it's gonna be a battle. They're gonna have defenses up, or they're gonna hit back hard. But some of the lower ranks, they're still kind of like starting up. Some of them are not even playing by the time you're so low that some of those accounts are like not even really playing. So I can see why the benefit of waiting.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Because it's a lot nicer to be able to hit a 200 plus malware and have no defense there, because that's like a good 160 bonus to your businesses, versus hitting a 220 and the person's got a 200 defense, so you're getting like 15% bonus. So
that's a great point. Because that happened to me the last time. I was like, why am I even like attacking so much if they have defense and I'm only getting like 10%? Like, is it worth my diamonds?
Yeah.
And
that's the trade-off, right?
Point that you're bringing in.
That's always the trade-off, right? You got to make those decisions. Like, okay, I'm here. Does it make sense to waste the money, the diamonds, and attack? I mean, if you can hit somebody without defenses, get them in that one off where it's like, he doesn't have defenses up. I got him. right, then it is worth it for sure. But you know, like you said, if you hit and then you get a 10% booster after, sort of not the most worthwhile expense for those diamonds. This will also be the first blitz. We've got the changes to the blueprints, so that'll be, or sorry, not the blueprints, the boosters. So we've got
The boosters.
yeah, some changes there. 25% increase on all the boosters.
Yeah, that's a good thing to talk about. That's definitely pretty cool because it's gonna speed up the action. So I think that was really, really cool for them because it is like, especially when you get to like those last, I don't know, 20 levels, it feels like it takes forever to come up with the gold for those like last 10 or 20 levels or 15 levels, you know? It
Yeah.
gets so pricey.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's where, and like, I mean, for the most part, I try to run lightning boost on at least my biggest business, almost like 24/7 if I can. I think I've got the diamond generation to be able to do so. So it's nice to see that it got that extra 150% bonus to it. So yeah, we'll have to see how it pans out. But I don't think it's going to be like that revolutionary because the people that are using them anyways. But chances are, you know, I think Meta, what did he say? He hit like Prestige 17 or something like that. So maybe he'll be able to hit Prestige 20, 21-ish with this extra boost ability, you know, being an extra 150%. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see, definitely. It's also a good way to kind of like plan out the diamonds, right? Do I want to spend the diamonds on attacking or might as well just boosting? Or even stacking, right? Because might as well just stack it if you have the diamonds for it, especially if you're gonna, like, if I'm gonna go to sleep or something. I was definitely stacking on the last blitz, and I'll definitely stack at least for a few hours when I know I'm gonna be away.
Yeah, I'll
Because
usually try to like,
that's a really good bonus.
yeah, exactly. I'll usually try to do at least one stack if I'm, you know, just to get it to that 4 hour point. Otherwise, you know, I'll maybe do it to like 6 hours and just try to be like, okay, you're going to sleep for like 5, maybe 6 hours, get up, put some more boosters on, then go back to bed. So,
Yeah.
we'll see. It's going to be a little bit more expensive though, because all the boosters did get a 25% increase on cost. And I guess it's what, a 50% increase on the boost capacity. So, I mean, not a bad trade-off. I was honestly hoping that they would have just increased the boosters' boost capacity, right, up to a higher level and just kept them the same cost. But, I mean, I guess everything's got a little trade-off, so that's why they increased the price.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wish they would have announced it. I think it was only like a 3 or 4 hour window from
Oh,
the
not even.
announcement to the update.
It was like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Because I sat there as soon as I
Yes.
saw it and was like, oh, I'm just going to buy a bunch. I bought like 50 of both the gold and the lightning.
Nice. Yeah, because a lot of us, we woke up to the news and we're like, hey, you know, like, give us a chance to like stack up. I
Yeah,
know Curious was also, you know, feeling the same way. Like, give us a chance, you know, like to stack up. It just should only be, or don't announce it, just do it, and you know,
yeah, exactly.
everybody's in the same page. But
Well,
that
that's what
was
they really should have
that,
done, right? They should have announced it, and then 10 seconds after that announcement goes out, the refresh for the update was out, right? Like, because, yeah, announcing
Mhm.
it gave everybody a chance that was paying attention, which I guess is nice. It's sort of like, okay, you're active in the Discord, so you kind of get that bonus and reward, but the counter to that is like, well, people have to sleep. Right, so it's like you do it during when
I
people
was gonna
sleeping.
say,
Of course, people are gonna miss it and then be a little bit sore that they missed out on the 25% saving.
yeah, and I guess this side of the world can be like, oh, you know, it's always catering to us. I guess it's only fair that they'll cater to the other side of the world this time because it was like 3 a.m. or something Pacific time in my time, but in your time it was like daytime, right? It was like in the day.
Yeah, it was like coming up on probably 5 o'clock, something like that. 5 p.m. in
Mm.
the so nearing dinner time, basically. That's why I was on my phone and I saw it pop up and I was like, okay, going to the computer. Bye. Just spam the buy button.
There's a sale.
And I'm glad I didn't, because it was also at that point too. I was starting to level up another legendary that I might sell later on, and I was like, how much do I put in? I had like I think like 1.5 billion diamonds or something stacked up. So I did like a couple levels, and I was like, I don't feel like doing this. Otherwise, I would have spent all my diamonds. Right? I would have spent them all, and so I just by chance I ended up not doing that legendary, doing the leveling up on it, and was like, I'll just hold off. I'll do it some other day. And then bam, it was like, oh man, I'm so glad I held off, because now I can buy a bunch of these boosters.
Yeah. It would really suck if you know the news but you can't afford them, right?
Oh, exactly. Because that would be the worst. It's like, oh man, now I'm sitting here, everybody else is buying them, and I'm just like, great, twiddling my thumbs, being like, I spent all my diamonds. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
so that was a cool benefit. So we'll see how that comes into play into the Blitz, these new boosters.
Yes, that we will. I mean, it'll definitely be a little bit more costly, and I think people, might not be stacking as much. But yeah, we'll have to see how it all pans out. But I think it's nice that they finally listened and did it increase on the boosters, because I know Hayton's been talking about it quite a bit. They 7x the cost, but they leave the booster the same. So it's sort of like, come on, guys, like, give us something here. We need, so at least it's a little bit of an increase. I was honestly hoping we would have seen, like the lightning booster at least go to 500%. I was honestly thinking it was going to go to 700%. But I mean, 450 is still pretty good. So, and then I was kind of hoping that we would have seen, like gold. Like I was thinking 700, 500, and then the Shakira would have been like 300, and then down to like 150, and then something like 100 or something like that for the base one. But oh well.
Yeah, because the Violet, it's kind of useless, huh? The Violet boost, which is 40% for 8 hours. I mean, 40%. I have like 68 of them right now because I don't really use them.
Actually, let me check and see how much I have. I've got a lot of them. It's insane. Like, I got 193 of them.
Wow.
And I've got 134 silver flashes and 109 Shakira booms. Like, I just don't use anything under gold or lightning right now.
Or like, yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the boost needed for prestiging up. I think I might as well use one on my gym. At least on my commons, I use the silver flash.
Yeah, I don't even have the commons placed anymore. I did use the silver flash yesterday on my Leo and Co. Because it was already up to prestige. And normally what I do is like my lowest level business, once I get the next one up, I put the lightning booster on it. And then when that lightning dies, I put the gold on it. And then usually by that time, the gold's got like an hour into it. So there's still like 5 hours. I got the next business up to prestige. So then I put a lightning on it and start working on the final one for the prestige sequencing. But yeah, it was, I ended up getting caught with a silver boost because I put it on because it was part of the daily quest, right? And I had it on for like an extra 40 minutes after I had brought my Leo and Co up to the next prestige. So I'm sitting there like, hurry up and expire. I want to put the lightning boost on. So
that's a good point to bring up. I was going through that yesterday too. I had put a boost that was like the let me see, the Sakura boom that was 24 hours, but then I moved it up to Prestige 1, from Division 1 to Prestige 1. I was like, okay, now I can use the lightning. Like, can I cancel this boost? What do you think about that feature to be able to cancel a boost so that you can change it?
I think it
of
needs
course,
to be
they'll probably
implemented.
charge you some diamonds, right?
I mean, even if it's a percentage of the previous boost, but really it's like I already paid diamonds for this boost. Why are you charging me to get rid of it? Like, it shouldn't be, right? It's like, if anything, it's like, you already got my diamonds. Like, just get rid of this boost, please. So
That's true, huh? You already paid for it. Let me just get rid of it and use my new product.
yeah, exactly. So it would be nice to see like a replace button come out where it's like, okay, I want to replace this boost with a different boost, just because, wow, well, do you even need a reason? Like, there's tons of reasons why, right? But it shouldn't be asking me a reason. It's just like, hey, I want to get rid of this boost. It's not the boost I want on my business right now. Let me get rid of it. So
Yeah,
hopefully,
so you know how when we
I was gonna say, so hopefully that's a feature they're lining up.
yeah, I don't think I had seen it on the feedback, so maybe after the podcast I'm gonna go and put it in the feedback, maybe just a refresher. Maybe even with a picture of the boosters, because when you click on the boosters and you already have one activated, instead of like active, it says like stack. Let me see. So yeah, if you don't have a booster activated, it says activate. But if you already have a boost on it, it says stack. So instead of stack, next to it, there should probably be a button that says replace, right?
Or even like what I think could happen. So when you click on the booster that's currently active, for instance, like I had the silver boost, right? If I would have clicked on the silver boost, it would say stack, right? And then I could
Right.
stack more on. If I clicked on the, lightning boost, it should say replace, right? And then I can
Yes,
spend one to
yes.
replace that other, right? To base
Oh
or
yeah, that's better than an extra button.
Yeah, or even just call it activate again, right? If you're on a different booster that's not the booster that you have already applied, right? And I mean, maybe if that's the way they're going to go, put a gold sort of like highlight behind the one that's currently activated so you know which one you're supposed to, if you want to stack versus activate a different one. There's lots of ways using UI changes just to make it so that it's a little more intuitive. But yeah, I think that they need a way to replace, because like if you get stuck with a 12-hour on a Shakira boom when you just got the business up, I mean, I guess argument could be made. It's like, well, you need to manage your city a bit better. You should have known how long it's going to take you to get that business up. So why did you put a 24-hour booster on it? But again, there should just be the option to be able to get rid of your previous booster and put a more powerful one on.
Yeah, well, here's a scenario where it's not planning. What if you already have the booster and you plan it, but then you get a lightning booster from the daily roar or from,
Yeah.
let's say from the daily roar that you click on it and you get a better booster. That's a good reason to replace it.
Yeah, no, that's very true, right? Because you might not have had the diamonds to spend on it, but you got the free booster from the daily rewards, and now you've got a gold booster or a lightning booster, right? And you're like, I don't need this violet booster on here anymore. I need this one, right? I want to get moving
Yeah.
faster, so let me get rid of it. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, definitely put it back in the feedback. I know I've seen it mentioned. I don't remember who mentioned it. It might have been Curious or Spot. Could have been Hayton. But I know it has been mentioned once before, and I did support it then. But yeah, definitely go and put it in the feedback. Anybody listening, please go and support it if you believe there should be a reason or should be the ability to replace active current boosters.
Yes, call to action, Crow fam. If you want to switch boosters, go ahead and put it in the feedback. I think it's a great feature, especially for competitions. If not so much for normal mode, for competitions, it could definitely be a good strategy.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe also in regards to that, just make sure that you can't replace a higher level booster with a lower level one, right? Because that would piss some people off if it's like, oh man, I just accidentally replaced my lightning with a Shakira boom or something. And it's like, so it's only
Yeah.
in the escalation. You can only go up, right? So you can replace your Shakira with a lightning. You can't replace the lightning with a violet.
Yes, thank you for the small print. Yes, we definitely need that.
Yeah, because that'd be the worst. Oh, I could see people coming in and being like, I just wasted a gold boost because I replaced it with a light or a violet. It's like, it's like, ouch, that
I clicked
sucks.
on the wrong thing. Right, especially with those days that you don't sleep well because you have to wake up out loud. Sometimes you don't really know what you're doing
Yeah. Well,
if you haven't slept well.
or at least, very least, and they need it for a lot of aspects in the game, put a confirmation button, right? Are you sure you want to do this? Yes, right? And then if somebody comes in and complains, like, well, did you not read the prompt? right? Like they need it for the daily roar, so we stop wasting vouchers by accidentally misclicking on the 60K or what is it, 60 voucher or 600 voucher, sorry, purchase to spin the daily roar, and then also $5 to double your rewards on the daily, right? The daily combo or whatever,
daily rewards.
daily reward thing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
insane, especially because it's like it's right there. There's no confirmation button. You can accidentally click it when you're trying to go and just claim it, right? So it's like they need to make that change. There needs to be a confirmation button.
Definitely confirmation button.
Yeah,
Much needed.
I think so. Okay, I think for the most part, I mean, we got a little sidetracked there with the Howlpoint Blitz, but I think some of that was good, constructive discussions around using boosters and some of the applicable things that are, people need to think about while competing. Do you have anything else you want to shout out for the Howlpoint other than, I guess, good luck, everybody?
I was gonna say that. Yeah, just good luck to everybody, and let us know how your strategy is and how you place. Good luck. Good luck on your placement, everybody.
Yes, definitely good luck. Let us know down below, any of your tips from the last competition if you want to share. Otherwise, we'll see you on the battlefield, I guess, in about a week.
Yep.
Right on. So, let's roll right into it, I guess. The next little thing came with the update yesterday is the Bold Tiger partnership. So a little bit, or I guess it was maybe the day before. So got a little bit of information on that. Let me just flip over to that screen so we can take a look at the announcement, and also I have a other screenshot as well with some of their demos or some of the sneak peeks of their NFTs. So this is the latest Main.City partnership that's coming. Now this is going to be, it doesn't say, it does say in the graphic, they are joining Legion. So this is pretty good in my sense. I'm excited for another Legion partnership here. They also are partnering for the in-game bonuses, right? So this will be likely the faction bonuses that we've seen. So, definitely 2 Legion. We can maybe speculate at the end of this what we think the bonuses will be. But I imagine they're probably going to take one of the voids as well. Just as we saw with the Ishin Revengers, right? They had the gold or the cash and the diamonds, and then the attack cooldown reduction, so you can attack more frequently. So perhaps these Bold Tigers are going to take something along those lines as well, and maybe increase attack duration or decrease the cost of attack, something like that. But yeah, this is the little blurb that the Main.City team had put out. So big official welcome. And welcome to the Legion.
Yeah, we love partnerships. We get to see new artwork. I'm a sucker for NFTs, and especially the artwork. So welcome to the Bold Tigers. They have some in their X. They have one of those like gifs, right? That shows kind of like a sample, a little sneak peek of the NFT.
Yeah, so I'll flip over to that so we can show them off, so you can see the different traits, the body of them, and everything. But yeah, they are pretty cool. Some have their open hands, holding little bombs, energy drinks, all sorts of stuff. So looking forward.
The cell phone. I like the one that has a cell phone.
Yeah, he should be playing Main.City.
There you go.
But yeah,
the one with the burger too.
Yeah,
I like the one with the burger.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Cool looking for sure. There's like a silver looking one. I wonder if I can. Yeah, there we go. I got it paused on it. Okay, so he's more of like a metal body with the little cowboy hat. Pretty funny looking hat. Let's see if I can get it to pause on another one. This guy looks pretty cool with the cape and the samurai sword, katana there, and he's lighting a cigarette, flame hair and whatnot. So yeah, they've got some pretty cool. The hand with the cigarette's kind of funny. But yeah,
the one with the cigarette and the laser eyes and the looks like a conquistador.
Let me see if I can pause it on that one.
With the lighter cigarette, laser eyes, and he has a sword.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Like a
that one. Yeah, he's kind of like a samurai sort of guy. Oh man, I did have a pause on it before, but yeah. So this is what the NFTs look like. Kind of cool looking. There we go. Yeah, he's kind of like with the cape and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I know. Do we have? We did get a little bit of information from the project lead at for their team, Shaker. So he did tell us that there's some other interesting stuff coming in the coming days. So they will be announcing some more of the benefits. And I've also heard in some of the people, I guess, are unhappy with the amount of partnerships coming in. And I get that it's sort of discouraging because it's like, well, why are we bringing in so many partnerships? But, it's helping keep the game funded, right? As well as also, bringing in other groups, other communities into the game. So I see it as a positive. It is going to get a little overwhelming, especially if they don't continue to increase our avatar capacity. Hopefully that's something that is coming soon, because they didn't increase it with the Ishin. But if they do keep increasing the NFTs that are available through partnership programs, hopefully they are going to continue to increase this. But yeah, I think it's ultimately a good thing, right? Like, it brings in more communities. It also, just strengthens the outlook of Main City because there is, growth happening with other communities wanting to come in, and they're also helping fund the development by partnering with the Main City developers. So, I don't know, but what are your thoughts on it, DJ?
I agree with you. I think it could be it could seem a little overwhelming at times, especially when they announce partnerships kind of like back to back to back, which is what they were doing for a little bit, without even having anything ready. They were just announcing, and they didn't even have the skins ready. So I think they could have spaced out the announcements so it's not so overwhelming. Um, but overall, I think it's good for the Crow fam, for the Chronos, for the coin. It's 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 a project that's already there. These projects, they're already there, and the fact that they can bring them into the game is just kind of like weaving the communities, right? Like, if I'm already holding this NFT because I like the project and I like what they're gonna have, and if I can also use it for Main City, that's always great. Also, when we bought the deeds, right, the lands, it said right there that it was like the entrance to kind of like a metaverse, right?
Yeah.
It's having the land, and then and it feels like this is a little bit of coming through. It's doing, whether it's a skin, which is kind of like a new business, the way that you change the way the business looks, or just the NFTs. Again, I'm a sucker for NFT. I just bought a new NFT yesterday from the Ishin with the Good Morning Cup, because of the benefits and because of I like the artwork. So yeah, the Bull Tigers coming in and bringing the NFT, which, like, again, if you like NFTs, if you're in Chronos, um, you're probably gonna get it anyways. So the fact that you can actually have extra benefits for it, I think it's a good thing.
Exactly. And I think it's a good decision on their team's behalf to, like, try to integrate into Main City. Obviously a project shouldn't just make that their only shtick, right? Like, getting into Main City shouldn't be the only utility you bring for your NFTs. But, it is a nice added benefit NFT to the, suite of utilities you should be preparing for your project. Now, I guess there's some, optics, I guess, of like, well, who even has heard of these projects and stuff like that, right? But my counter to that would be, well, why would a project you've heard of want to pay a bunch of money to get into Main City, right? It's like they've already launched, they're already successful, they've already got a good following of user bases, right? Why would they want to go and pay a bunch of money to get into Main City unless that's something their community wants, right? Whereas, with the newer project, adding this as another benefit entices people to be like, hey, I'll check the project out. I play Main City, so at least I get the benefits of the NFT in the game. And then you get to check out and be introduced to a new project that, if it doesn't resonate with you, then don't bother minting, right? That's just plain and simple. If you don't like the project, don't bother. But I think it's a good sort of promotional aspect as well for a new project to be able to have the Loaded Lions, announce, hey, there's a partnership with this project, right? So that's why we see a lot of these smaller projects that are, either under development or are, at the point where they're being released and have been developed. They're just, looking for that extra avenue for marketing. So I see where that benefit comes in, and that's also definitely part of the fee that people or that the developers are charging, right? The Main City team is charging that likely because, this is part of a marketing plan, really, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot more people sharing and talking about it. I mean, look at us; we're already talking about it. Um, so yeah, I totally agree with you. If you're already in an established project, why would you want like the marketing, like you said, But if it's something coming up, I think it's good, and also because it's fresh ideas, right? It's not a project that has to like switch everything around to now fit Main City. It's like, okay, we're starting from the ground up, and this is how it's gonna go. So it kind of helps the vision. Um, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things go. And again, if people are buying NFTs, because that's just the crypto thing to do. It's just no matter what chain you're on, NFTs is just part of the culture. So if we're gonna be getting NFTs, might as well have extra benefits, and that's actually kind of like the future of NFTs, right? Or the promise of the NFTs, that you could have an NFT as a concert ticket, and you can use have all these benefits. So the fact that it's not just a picture anymore, is actual benefits, like in-game benefits. It's secondary sales and all those kinds of things. I think it's a good move for all the NFTs overall.
Yeah, I agree with that. And like you also got to consider too, like we were saying earlier with like the bigger projects and stuff like that, they want some proven track record before they partner with somebody. And chances are, like if you're going to get somebody like a Pudgy Penguin or a Bored Ape, coming into Main City, I doubt you're going to be charging them a significant fee, right? It's more of like, hey, we got a big NFT community coming into the game. That's the benefit they're bringing. They're not paying you to get in, right? So, we need these smaller projects that are looking to get into Main City to help bring the prestige of a reason to be a partner with Main City. So, it's all necessity in my mind. So again, I think this is a good partnership, and I'm excited to see what happens with the project. Going to be watching it to see what they come out with for other utilities aside from Main City. But yeah, I guess the final thing I could say is welcome Bold Tigers, especially welcome to the Legion, and I wish you guys best of luck.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Welcome to Main City. We're excited about the project. Can't wait to see what they mint. What I mint. That's actually also another thing of minting, right? What do we get? You get the pack, and then the other fun is to unpack. So can't wait to mint, and yeah, welcome aboard. I still like you, even though you're not in the void. Even though you're Legion, we still love you.
Oh, come on.
Just kidding. Yeah, we love everybody.
Hey, you guys got some pretty good projects in yours as well, right? So, I guess the final things to
Yes.
say. So, like, there is some utility information that they provided, such as like, there's going to be royalties from the secondary market sales, and there's also going to be Crow and Lion, as well as some Dark Lions, loaded Lion, and some other NFTs attached to NFTs as you mint them. So those are going to be part of some of the fun that it comes to with minting. And then there's going to be like a final big guy that you got to find. I guess like the clan leader. So that'll be a potential big payout for a bounty. So yeah, I guess once we have some more information in regards to price and mint date, we'll let you guys know. But did you have maybe the final thing we could discuss with this project? Do you have any guesses as to what the mint price will be We do know that the NFT collection is going to be 1,500 NFTs. So any guesses as to the price?
No, that's always the main X factor. Um, but what do you think it's a fair price? I don't know. I think between 45, it's kind of like a good price, maybe.
Yeah,
What do you think? 45, 50?
I mean, trying to base it off of like the monks is usually like the next closest for, um, you know, PFP NFT account, right? They had 250 and they were at $79, I think was the mint. So, I mean, I
Okay.
think it was a little expensive, the monks, to be honest, now that you look back on it. But again, it was sort of like my first big mint. I got lucky enough at least to mint a legendary, so it all paid out for me. But
Nice.
I would probably say somewhere between, like you said, 45 upwards to about $70. That's sort of my range, I would say. Somewhere in that range, probably around like $60, $65, something like that. I think if it's about $60, it makes sense, especially because it is only 1,500 NFTs. So
Hmm.
the partnership costs need to be covered. If they're minting on CDC, that they take a good chunk of the funds there as well from the mint. So if we're looking to have a decent project, they do need some funds as well to be able to make sure that it's successful. So I think $60, 65-ish, somewhere in that range is probably the spot. But I mean, if they came out and it was $50, it'd be even better.
Yeah, you know what? I changed my opinion because of your analysis. It's a good way to compare it to the monks because it's kind of like, okay, that's kind of like a starter project. Um, so that's a good way. So yeah, I think $60. It's a sweet spot.
Yeah. And again, we're going to get some more information coming up soon. The Cows Gone Mad Mint, that's 2,226 NFT collection. So a little bit under the Cretan Monks, Monks on the Run collection. But still, a significant amount, 700 more than what this collection would be. So this will hopefully give us a good idea of the pricing structure. Again, though, it also comes down to like the team's necessity, versus their accessibility desires, right? So we'll see. I'm still thinking the probably about $50 for the Cows Gone Mad. I think maybe they'll be $40. That would be really nice. But I'm trying to think, what was the Ishins were like 35, right? I think something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but they're a lot bigger collection too, right? They're going to at the end be a 10,000 PFP collection. So $35 for one of them, and there's 10,000 of them. You would definitely think then something that's even more exclusive would be a little bit more expensive at the start.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, if the project is it's quality, then they have to charge quality prices too, right? We can't just expect quality for you know
Yeah,
for
exactly.
yeah, low cost and stuff. Who's gonna want to work for low price and do the best job you can? Like especially an artist, like me as a DJ. I didn't like when people would try to offer me to go to their parties and pay me what they were trying to pay or ask for favors and stuff like that. So as an artist, you always wanna
What, you mean
put
you
a
don't work
good
for
price.
food? Come on, I bought you a pizza. A pizza and a six
Uh,
pack. It's like,
tacos and beer.
yeah. Yeah, we're not charging you an entrance fee. It's like, oh, great, thanks. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, other than that, let's just keep an eye on it. And we'll probably have a drop date announcement, probably near the later, like end of the year. I don't think, I'm hoping it's not going to be minting out at the start of next year. Hopefully it's somewhere around, October. Well, I guess, man, we're almost into October. So probably closer to like end of November. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it'll be before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Um,
Christmas present.
we'll see. There you go. Yeah, a Christmas present.
Right on. Okay, so I guess the next thing we could do is let me switch over to the update announcement. of what was going on here. So we could take a quick look at the new skin, as well as what went on with the update, and then we can share our thoughts around it. So we've got the Capybara Nation's Soak in Bara Lagoon skin. So it is live. I did guess correct. It was going on the Lion's Den Resort. So if you are interested in buying that, I think, what was it, 150K vouchers? So a little expensive for me. But it does give you a 4.5%.
Yeah, 150.
Okay.
Sorry. I was just saying it's 150. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought. I saw somebody. I didn't even look at it in the market. I don't. I'm refusing to buy skins, especially after what was it? With the update on the pricing for boosters, they also reduced the cost of all the skins. So, I'm just waiting until they're like 10K each, and then maybe I'll pick them up. So we'll see. They'll probably end up getting reduced more and more in price as it moves forward. So I'm in no rush. 4.5% income bonus boost is really nothing in the grand scheme of things. I mean, maybe it'll give you a little bit of an advantage in competition, but I don't think it's worth the cost right now. But yeah, other than that, they also did a update to sort businesses now, so you can sort them by level. I don't like this at all, to be honest. I think this is a really lackluster change because it doesn't take into consideration the prestige at all. It just literally sorts them by level, right? So if you have a P0 at 610 for a cool cat, and you've got a P289 Pride Records at 610, they're sitting side by side. Like it's useless. It's like, what does this do? It doesn't do anything. It just shows me, okay, these ones are at 610, these ones are not. It's like it doesn't really help at all. Like you can't like select still. I just want to see this business by level, right? So there's still some work, I think, to come from that. And then lastly, yeah, they do talk a little bit about the Blitz here. So let's scroll down. You can take a quick look at the actual picture of the skin. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I don't know if this bucket, if the water's actually pouring. I mean, I think Papa's got a bunch of purchase, so go check out his content. He'll probably be showing it off. But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting looking skin. If it does come out with other utilities opposed to just the 4.5%, then maybe it'll be worth buying, especially if it generated Capybara token and paid out to your wallet or something like that. That would be really cool. But yeah, as of right now, there's nothing in relation to it. I also anticipated this one being a purchased skin because there's no NFT around this project. It's just literally their Telegram game that they've got. So that's really all I've got to say, I think, about it. What do you think of the aesthetics of the skin?
Yeah, I was gonna say the skin is a really nice looking skin. So if anything, yeah, I would buy it just for the skin. But I'm like you too, I'm waiting because it already went down in price, and they also mentioned that it went down in price because Crow is kind of like going up in price. So if it keeps going up in price, then they're gonna have to reduce it eventually. I guess if I had just extra vouchers, maybe I would. But then again, I don't know. I think I would wait because of the percentage is so low that it's pretty much I would just get it just because of how it looks, just to kind of put it on there. But I'm holding off on the skins that you buy as well. I've only bought the lion, and even that one got reduced after I bought it. So I'd rather go with the projects that have the NFT and then have the skin with it. But yeah, it's a very nice looking skin. And who knows, maybe if I get a good price on a Blitz, maybe I will buy it.
Yeah.
Or just wait until they reduce the price.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a good way to continue to support the game. So if that's what you're interested in doing and having a cosmetic that changes, plus, I mean, it does give you a little bonus. So personally, everything that they brought out that's purchasable skins are not businesses I use. So, but again, I also selected the Monk Nut Treehouse, my main motors, specifically because of the Monk skin and it being stackable. So I do use that as one of my big businesses. Maybe if they bring out a Museo skin and it's really awesome, I might bite the bullet and buy it. But I also do love the aesthetic of my green Museo with like the pink highlighting to it. I think it looks really slick. And then, I mean, now I'm regretting because also, if anybody hasn't noticed, with this game update came some color changes. And I used to have a white and gold Museo that I was going to bring up to level because I thought just the white and gold looked really cool. But they actually changed the white. I guess it was more of like an off gray, and they darkened it up. So now it's black and gold, and it just looks so nice. I'm like, man, I wish I had this one. But, so there has been some changes as well to the business colors. Things have gotten darker. So if they were like a lighter gray, they've darkened them up. They've also changed some of so if it was like a lighter green, they've darkened the green. So I don't really know what this is in relation to, or if it's just an aesthetic change to make the businesses look a little more glossy and stand out. But I know there's been some speculation, which we will save for the speculation portion, but we'll just mention it now. There has been speculation that this could be in relation to the elements on the businesses, but we'll get into that a little bit later on.
Yeah. Some of these businesses with the darker shade, it makes it really cool. And black and gold is like it looks really, really elegant. It's like one of the best combinations, black and gold combination. So
I do like it, yeah.
yeah, I bet.
right next to like black and red. The black and reds are also pretty nice.
Nice. Yeah, some of these businesses, I don't know why I didn't get many of my businesses turn black. And you know what? Mostly it was the ones that are closer to the left side of the screen, to the upper side of the screen. Maybe that's just me, but it seems like if it's coming, whatever is darkening the businesses, it's coming from that side of the map.
Okay. I honestly think it was just a palette swap. I think if it was already like a specific color of green, they darkened the green. If it was like a specific shade of gray, they just made it darker gray or like almost black. Like, I think that's all it was, is like, because I mean, some of the grays kind of look like washed out. Like basically like they took like a lead pencil and just slightly shaded it in. Whereas now, like, if you see like the comparison, I put it in the Discord, the comparison between my LL Sports gray on the top of it, the roof, prior to the update, and then the current. They they darkened it up and made it so it looks a lot nicer, so that the white lettering and everything just pops a lot nicer coming off of that black. Whereas when it was gray, it was sort of like washed out and didn't look as nice. So I personally think it's just an aesthetic change. I don't think it has anything to do with any upcoming change to the elements or the updates.
So no actual gameplay, just to make the overall look of the game. I guess to match the lands, because the lands are really, really nice, and they're like, these businesses are still 2 years ago designs, and everything is moving like pretty good, right?
That's what I think. I think it's just a fresh coat of paint. You know, our Lions decided, all right, we need to paint our businesses. They're looking a little shabby. So I think they just went in and they freshened up the paint on all of our businesses. That's about it. I mean, some of them didn't get touched, or maybe we just don't notice it. They might have brightened up the color a bit more. But I think that's all it is really just like a glossiness to it, right? They've increased the appeal, or, you know, the vibrancy of the color, opposed to it just being more of like a dull one.
Yeah, that could be it. But we will find out sooner or later.
Yes,
and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, as soon as the information for these elemental businesses come out, I can't wait to talk about that. Because, like, as soon as I heard about them, I'm like, can they just hurry up and bring this out? Like, I want to know what this is about. But yeah, it's been like, man, at least like 4 months since they first announced it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They need to space out some of these announcements because they announce it and then they wait forever to implement some of them. So I know they want hype and everything, but there's enough hype with some of these things, so they don't have to overlap some of the hype, I guess.
Yeah, no, exactly. I can't remember. Did we say we were going to talk about what Nick's teased? Do you want to just talk about it now with within these updates? So I know he had also
Yeah, so we're
teased.
talking about the shade.
Okay, yeah, he had teased a UI or UX update. So I guess maybe we could talk quickly about what we think it might be, and then we can get into the Loaded Lion progress and talk a little bit about that. And then lastly, yeah, we'll discuss the speculation. Actually, you know what? We'll save it for speculation. Let's just save it for speculation. Sorry.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll do the Loaded Lions now.
Yep. So let's take a quick look. I'll flip over to the screen recording here. So there's been a lot of interesting progress with the Loaded Lions project. So, you know, they've been making some very good progress. If you see, we scroll through here of new listings, right? So they've been being added to a lot of different exchanges. I don't remember the exact count, but I know it's probably like 7 or 8 different exchanges. I mean, they were just added to 2 within like the last couple days, right? So they were added to Coin One, which I believe is like a big exchange in Korea. And then there was also DigiFinex that they were added to. There's also been other ones. I mean, you can just scroll through the Loaded Lions page here and you'll see quite a bit of announcements. I do like the way they tease them though, how they've got like the Pokeball with the different color, and the color matches like, I guess, the colors of the exchange. So they've been doing this quite a bit. So there has been a fair amount of new exchanges that have been introduced to the Lion token. So hopefully as they get more and more introduction, they will be bringing in more and more potential players into the Loaded Lions main city game. And then lastly, they've also got some interesting, they had a little teaser here. So next up, Korean blockchain and the mobile game launch in Q4. So this is sort of like their little teaser that happened. They had like a picture with spotlights and 3 lion figures, and they have announced what it was for. So I guess they've got some like K-pop AI group or something going on. I don't really understand it, but I guess we can maybe play the video real quick so everybody can get a quick look at what's going on with it, and then we can maybe discuss a little bit further what you think about it.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So, I mean, I don't know anything about K-pop other than it is very popular, even outside of Korea. So, I mean, if anything, I guess it's a good thing, as they are slowly branching into the Korean markets as well. And if, I mean, whatever this K-pop thing is, does take off and people like it, then I know people go crazy about it, even over here in Thailand. I mean, even over in Canada, right? There's a big following of K-pop in more niche markets than what it is in Asia, but definitely something people are interested in. Personally, not myself, but I mean, I'm not the target client, so I've already got a Loaded Lion, so I don't need to, be targeted with this type of media or marketing technique, right? So I do think it's going to be good though overall, especially with Loaded Lion token being put onto the Korean exchanges as well as a few other exchanges, and it's ever coming, right? They're just hitting more and more exchanges. So them also going to be in the Korean blockchain event, which is I'm not sure exactly when that is. It's probably probably next month at some point. But yeah, I think it's good marketing tools, and hopefully it pays off for them in some manner. If anything, the best case scenario I think for myself would be more main city players and more loaded lion holders.
Yeah, yeah, everything K-pop is like popping now. Like my little nephews. Maybe we don't know that much about it because we don't have kids, but I know my nephew, like he's like in first grade, and he said something about K-pop, and I was like, "What?" He's like, "You don't know K-pop?" So now there's cartoons, like it's the trend right now. So I guess that's what Loaded Lions, they're trying to stay trendy. So they're jumping on the trend. It just kind of like when there was that trend of making pictures into like action figures with a box and
Oh yeah,
your
yeah.
accessories and all that. Yeah, so that was hot for a little bit, and they got into it a little bit with that. So they're trying to stay on top of trends, make sure they're fresh. I think that's one of the things about crypto.com that they try to do. They did the arena, so they're trying to stay relevant with fresh with the trends with UFC, with Formula One. And I think this is a good marketing strategy for them to just be trendy. Um, yeah, it says that they're going to be in a booth and blockchain at Korea Blockchain Week on September 23 and 24. They're going to have some photo ops. And it says, first look at our plushies. Plushies. I guess they have these like a stuffed animal, and I know they also had like another contest in Instagram where you would like repost some of their billboards, and I think the prize is one of those plushies,
Yeah, the
one of those
plushies.
little, yeah, the plushies. Yeah, so I want one plushie. If I don't care about K-pop, but I want one of those because
Yeah.
it's a loaded lion looking.
Yeah, a little cute loaded lion. No, I think it's it's all good stuff, right? Like it's moving the project forward. I know even like the pudgy penguins, right? I'm pretty sure they've got like plushies as well out. So I think it's a necessary part of the evolution for a NFT project to become more mainstream. They need to start creating that type of merch and that hype around the project, right? So that in tandem, this K-pop thing in tandem with their ability or their Instagram and their what do you call it, TikTok. Both things I don't use, so I have no idea exactly what type of communities are on there. But I'm sure it'll bring in some more members within into the Loaded Lions community just through the excess of that marketing tool. So I think it's good. Kind of cool that it's going to be September 23rd and 24th. So maybe we'll see some Korean names popping up on the leaderboard. If people get hyped about main city as well. So yeah, since it'll be right before this next Blitz.
Yeah, all publicity is good publicity, they say.
I agree. Yeah. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. I definitely interested to see what they come out with in regards to like, is this going to be like a musical group or what? But yeah, the progress on the Loaded Lions project is definitely fascinating. Taking some turns that I didn't quite expect. So, a lot of stuff coming out beyond just the main city stuff. Yeah, I don't think I've got much else really to discuss about it because it's not really too much main city related, but Loaded Lions are always something interesting to keep an eye on, seeing as that's what is funding this game.
Yeah, definitely. Loaded Lions. It's main city. Main city is Loaded Lions. So it's good to just see some exposure, and also the token, right? If they don't know anything, they'll see the token, and eventually they'll ask if it gets integrated into when not if when it gets integrated into the game, then that's an easy segue to just be like, oh yeah, the token. Oh, and it comes from a game. Really? Let me check out the game. And so it's more marketing, more eyes, more people that know about it is good for us.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess maybe to end it there, and we can move on to speculation. And starting off with some speculation is around maybe how that Loaded Lion token would be integrated. I mean, I'd love to see it as like PVE, like the player versus environment exploration reward token, right? That could be converted into Crow somehow. Because the last thing I want to see is them remove voucher to Crow redemption. I think that would be a bad move. But it would be cool to still be able to generate lion token, and maybe we see a conversion rate on markets. So if you want to buy a business, you can either buy it with the in-game lion token you've generated, or you can purchase it with your vouchers, right? So maybe they're lining up to be able to do something like that. But yeah, like how do you think that you would? What is your thoughts around how they would integrate lion token as a reward token?
Yeah, that's a good question. Something good to speculate about. Yeah, maybe they leave the vouchers just for competition rewards, and then the token just with whether it's selling for the market, maybe just for the market. I wonder if the Apex Tower is gonna produce. Maybe it'll mine some of the lion. It'll be good to see where the token is gonna come from.
Yeah. I mean, if the
Right,
Apex
like
skin, the
huh?
lion, like if that lion token skin started generating lion tokens, that would be a reason to buy it. That would be a reason for me to actually purchase the skin, especially because then that might carry forward. And it's like, okay, well, if that one's doing it, maybe the Capybara one's going to generate Bara. Maybe the Synthtopia one's going to generate their Biosynth token. And maybe we would see, the Wolf Swap one generate Moon. So there could be some mechanic there, right? But yeah, no, I like that idea. If it does happen, that would be a reason why I would buy these skins.
There you go. Yeah, that's a good way to make the skins more appealing, and for everybody to buy it more. Um, yeah, that's a good point. They have tokens, but they don't have NFTs. So yeah, I mean, well, yeah, some of them do have NFTs like Syntopia, but they all have their tokens. So yeah, having a skin or mining the token, I think that would be great.
Yeah, I agree. And maybe the avenue of spending these tokens would be more on the potential. And my thought is like there's going to be potentially another market that'll open up. So you'll have your market where you could sell your businesses for Crow. But then I think there's going to be like in-game weapons, things that you would, weapons and armor and maybe exploration things, things that help you with your exploration. Maybe there's like health packs, kind of like the med packs, but things that can actually be consumables. So their potential is like, at least my idea is there could be potentially a way for them to open up a new market where it's like, oh, hey, you get a really nice weapon that dropped from a legendary boss, right? And it's a legendary weapon or something like that. Maybe there's a market for you to be able to go and sell said weapon on a market that's similar to the business markets, and be able to generate tokens that way, right? So it's like, hey, you can generate, like maybe you find lion tokens in chests and then you can use those lion tokens to buy weapons, or maybe you find weapons in the chests and you could sell them for Crow or something like that, right? Or lion token, or however they plan to integrate it. But I think I would like to see something like that, right? Some sort of like equipable weapons and armor, and maybe relics, something like that, to give you special bonuses for when you're exploring, and make it so that you can kill monsters easier, but you also still have the option to like buy and sell these to other game players. Because at least then it's like, hey, if that's the case, then people can actually grind in the game to get these better weapons to sell to other players that just don't have the time to grind them.
That's also a good way of keeping the kind of like the tokens economics within the game. Yeah, I like what you said. If you're able to use the Bara or the Moon or whatever token might be, from different for different articles or different things, like a different market, that would make it good so that there's an economy going on. You don't just try to like hoard or try to be rich of the tokens. And yeah, I'm gonna be rich, but I mean, you could make some good money with this business as it is, selling a good business. Um, but I don't know if you remember when the game first started, one of the icons that it had, like the market and the inventory and the leaderboard, one of them was a wallet, and it had the picture of like
Oh yeah,
a
yeah.
ledger. Yeah, so maybe they could bring that back, and you can actually have kind of like a DeFi wallet where you see your different tokens. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be. And that could even then allow you to like remove those tokens from the game, right? So, and also I'm thinking along the lines of like, you've seen on like Ibis Bay or whatever, however you pronounce that one. They've got the ability to list NFTs in different currencies, right? So they've got like their moons. There's moon. There's what is it? Fortune, I think, is their token, or you could list in like Crow. I think even the crazy monsters can be listed in their meme token, the Cry.
Right.
So, there could be also a potential where it's like if you are looking, it's like, hey, I want paid out in vouchers, or I want to paid out in Lion token, or I want to paid out in this. Like you can list your businesses in different currencies, and then the person can select. Either if they have the currency to be able to pay right away, or they can select, okay, I need to convert my whatever token into this token and be able to purchase it. But it gives you an option to be able to select what you want as your payout as well. So that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully they'll do it. Hopefully they'll bring that wallet back, and we can have a little bit of a. And now, like as I'm talking about it, as we're talking about it, it's just it came to my mind that maybe they had that icon there back then because it was like part of the initial plan for them to have maybe different tokens and stuff like that. I'm not sure why they would have it, the wallet. I don't even remember what it did back then. Trying to
Yeah.
think what happened when I clicked on it.
I don't even know if I ever clicked on it because I never needed to.
Yeah, maybe it just brought the MetaMask up or whatever. Maybe in some of the early videos I might have something there. But yeah, it would definitely be really cool if you're able to yeah, send some of the tokens to your wallet. I like your idea of pricing different things in different tokens. That way they can move. So we will see. I mean, it's the fact that things are expanding. It's just good, in my opinion, because it's not. I believe that it's kind of like going to how they promised that it would be the first frontier, right? Like the first step to a big thing. And sometimes big things are. It's just a lot of mechanics going on, but I like it. I like where the game is going, and
I
we'll
can't.
see. We'll see what happens with the skins.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens with my big thing is this exploration of monster fighting. That's what I'm excited for. And I really hope they blow our socks off. I hope it's something like out of this world where it's like, wow, did not see this coming. This makes the grinding that we've been doing to level businesses seem like so inconsequential. It's like that's just like 10% of the game. Now there's so much more to go and do. That'd be awesome. But yeah, maybe
Yeah,
maybe the UI update that Nix was teasing is bringing back that wallet icon.
there you go. Maybe I'm gonna have to look for a video and take a picture and send it to him. Be like, hey, bring this back.
Yeah, is that what's coming back? But yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to be?
I don't know. He said on Monday, right? There's something coming up on Monday, so maybe it is the business. The what do they call it?
Elements?
Huh?
Are you the business elements?
Yeah, the elements. Maybe it's the business elements, but then that'll be more of gameplay rather than just um the look of the game, huh?
Yeah. Well, I honestly think either they're going to go one of two ways. They're going to do elements like skins, and it's going to be something you can apply to specific businesses, and then you put them in that region, and they get better generation, right? If they're in the proper region. Now, I don't like. My question is, do you have to like pay diamonds, or am I going to have to pay vouchers to apply that? Or because me, like, and I know you've done it recently too, you change where your businesses sit quite often, right? Depending on where you're under attack and stuff like that. So, am I going to get a penalty if I move something that's supposed to be in Molten Forge over to Sapphire Sanctum? Or am I going to be able to change its element? So I think it's going to go a different direction. I honestly think it might be new businesses, one business for each region. And so we'll have maybe 7 new businesses get introduced, maybe in different tiers. So you might have like a couple commons, maybe an uncommon. Because what I'm thinking is like, there's no 4-space common, right? Which would be kind of cool to see. There's no single space uncommon or 4-space or even a 3-space uncommon, right? They're only 2-space. So I'm thinking maybe they're looking at putting in some of these elemental businesses that are going to be different sizes, right? Maybe they're going to introduce a 1-space legendary or a 2-space legendary, right? Maybe a single space epic, something like that. So I think that might be the direction. That's why I've been saving my blueprints just in case. But I mean, 9 times out of 10, I'm usually wrong. So, I mean, I'm not holding my breath for a new drop of elemental businesses.
I think you're right. You're correct. Speculations are higher at a higher percentage, but it's hard to predict what they're gonna do because they always throw some curveballs. But it'll be really exciting if it would be new businesses. You know how on the game, the people that are developing the game, if you go to their page, I forget the name of the company, but they have like a few different businesses that are not in the game. So maybe they'll introduce those businesses in the game.
Yeah, it's Sepaco, I think, is the developer.
I think so.
Yeah, so I know they did
And
have some like concept arts originally, right? That were a bit different than what ended up being introduced into the game. So yeah, maybe that's something that's going to come out. Actually, I wonder if I can just quickly, while we're talking about it, find their page. Sepaco. Stepa, not Sepa. So Stepaco. Let's see if they got, where can we find these? Because they even have 3 different blueprints, right? So they have a common, like a silver one, a blue one, and a gold one. But then they say that it only comes in 2 types. So it's weird that they have 3 pictures and then they say 2 types. So that's why sometimes it's just like, what do you guys, things don't line up the best with their sites here. But yeah, because like even they have like a arcade tower, right? And they're showing the as just a normal arcade. It's not really like a tower. So it's like a mixture of like Apex Tower and the arcade. So it's kind of, then they got the music store, but it's the bazaar. And then under actually, let me just bring up this on the screen recording. So yeah, and then the electronics store is the Pride Records. So they got those 2 swapped. So it's kind of funny the labeling that they put on this. So that's why I don't take it for like any gospel, right? That they are having any of this extra special stuff coming out, because some of the stuff just doesn't line up correctly. But I thought I did see a few other. I guess maybe it's just different. Yeah, because you see one that's like an epic and it's just business name. Oh, actually, if you look on the page, that's the Apex Tower skin for the lion. There's a picture of that.
Oh, nice.
You can see it, and then there's also it looks like a main motors, but rotated the other direction. And it says Donald on it. I don't know.
This is Donald?
I think so. Oh, donuts. It's donuts. That's what it says.
Oh,
So there's a
donut.
donut shop, an Epic's donut shop. And then there's looks like a 4-space hotel that's a uncommon. So, I mean, there could be, they just call them business names. So there's no names on these, but so either these are going to be skins, but I mean, with these different rarities, these could be the new, like this donut shop. It looks kind of tropical. So maybe it's something that's going to be in like the Sapphire Sanctum region, whereas this hotel could be something that, you know, would be more inside of like your Crimson Reaches region. So that's the direction I think they're going to go with the actual businesses. What do you call it? There's the wallet. There's the wallet icon we were talking about earlier that they had in the UI designs. But yeah, that's my direction. I think they're going to go with the actual businesses elements. I think it's going to be new businesses with elements.
Nice.
Okay, here they are in the inventory. So yeah, they got a bank, which is funny. So they call the bank an epic in this, but it's definitely it's very close to what the lion token skin looks like to me. And then they've got the Donuts Cafe, the Lion's Den Resort, which actually made it into the game. Just looks a little bit different. And then there's the motel. So
the motel looks a little weird.
Yeah.
A lot of parking. That would be, no, it looks kind of like a 4 square, huh?
Yeah, that's what I think it is. It would be a 4 square. It might, well, yeah, I think it's the 4 square one. So we'll see. That's my sort of speculation. Chances are I'll probably be wrong, but you know.
They should bring that donut cafe.
I know, eh? I kind of,
right?
Maybe it's a single space donut cafe. That would make sense.
Yeah.
They already got a bunch of they already got 2 4 spaces for epics. So it'd be nice to have a single space.
Mm-hmm. That serves donuts.
Yeah. Donut cafe. Let me switch back to Discord here. So yeah.
Have Homer Simpson in there.
So yeah, maybe
donuts.
Yes. Now who's got that? Oscar, I think. Oscar V or something like that. He's got the Mary Homer Simpson.
Oh really?
Yeah, let's see if I can find him on the leaderboard here. Where is he? I thought he was in the top rank, but maybe not. Let me just search him. Yeah, he's 80. There it is. Homer Simpson. Mary. I always see it whenever I'm in competition. I just laugh. It's just like, it's such a cool legendary. So yeah, shout out to Oscar HV there.
Oscar? What rank is he at? What
he's rank 80.
Oh, 80. Here it is. That is so cool.
Oh, I gotta send out another attack here. Okay, but before we let's wrap her up pretty soon here. I guess I wasn't showing it on the screen recording, but whatever. The last thing I think, so the UI change that I think is going to happen is going to be actually the Cubs. I think they have something planned to make finding the Cubs easier, and I think that's coming out Monday. But again, who knows? That's what I think Nyx is teasing, though.
Oh, okay, yeah. They did say, they did mention that a long time ago that they were going to do that and they hadn't done it. I think the only reason that they didn't really do it is because they saw the community in the Discord. But I guess eventually they do have to come up with something else, right? But if you're not around the phone, or it has to be easier, easier for one player to find the Cubs. So yeah, maybe that'll be it.
Yeah, and hopefully it's something like on the world map. It just highlights it. He just moves to which region it is, right? So that instead of just being up in the top right corner, all they have to do is just move them to the region. Then you can click on that and scroll through the lands. It'd make it a lot easier.
Yeah. Another thing that I would like to see them do in the world map, it's to show which regions are being under attack, so you don't have to keep like going from region to region to region. It'll be nice if you can see in the world map which 5 out of the 7 are being under attack.
Yeah, that would be nice. I know that's been asked for a few times, and also the idea of showing, so like if you were to highlight on the total bonuses, right, and like over top of the region, it should be able to like bring up another menu to the right of that total bonuses that shows you your current income bonuses on the businesses. So like your malware, your Veil of Venom, your whatever, Kingpin, right? So it should show like the attack and also the incoming attack, right? Because that's the one thing I dislike right now with like what I do, and is that I have to basically like put the business down, see what the bonus is, and then remember what that bonus is, go to the next land, put the business down. If the bonus is bigger, then I go and get my best business and move it over. And then just like keep cycling them around that way. So it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's what I have to do in competition. Every single time after I send an attack, then I move my business around from region to region.
Yeah, and find the best one.
Yeah, I just move the business until I find the right one and leave it there. But then I have to do that. I do it every time I send an attack, because I was trying to see if the attacks like they stack on the previous regions, but they don't, huh? Like every new attack, it goes to 5 different regions. They don't follow the regions that are already.
Nope. Yeah, it's 100% random. It's just like,
Yeah.
so that's where it's like you'll have some that are like, an extra couple 100% more than, and then your bottom ones will be like missed like 10 times of the attacks, right? And it's just like you got one land that's boosted like 300% and the rest are like 1250 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and it makes a big difference. And I wasn't really even doing that until like halfway through the blitz. So that's another thing that I'm gonna start doing from the beginning of the blitz.
Oh, okay. Rearranging them so that you get the best maxed out benefits.
There you go. Yeah, chasing the best region for max benefits of attacks.
Yeah, gotta chase those percentages.
Yeah, bro, it makes all the difference. Any little thing helps to get that next click.
Oh, exactly. No, it does help out though when you really think about it. It's like most people are like, oh, it can't help that much, and it's like, well, I mean, 100% is doubling that business's output, right? So
Yeah,
right, that's why I always try to find the best.
Yeah, especially if you're sending attack over attack after attack after attack. I mean, you're trying to make the best out of them.
Yeah, exactly.
And the difference will sometimes be like 200%. Sometimes one area it's doing I don't know, 700, and then you move it to another one and it's 900, and it's like, whoa, that's a big difference, bro.
Yeah, well, that's 2 doubles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you can see it on your overall income too. It's nice to see, how the best after you find the best configuration, then you see your total income and you're like, yes, mission accomplished.
exactly. And I'm doing a good example of what I mean by gotta swap around a bunch of times. Oops, wrong one. Because I'm trying to find the top bonus right now on my lands. So now I found one that was better, so now I need to move my best business over to that land.
There you go. Yeah, a good show and tell.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's only an extra 10%, but hey, every little bit counts.
Yeah, especially in competition. I mean, right now, yeah, let's see. Oh, it's a little more passive, but in competition, that 10% helps.
Exactly. So you got to get every last ounce of bonus that you can. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, squeeze the lemon.
Yeah.
Squeeze the lemon to get all the lemonade.
But I don't think a 4.5% bonus is still worth it. Not on those business skins. Sorry, just had to throw that last little quip in there.
I mean, because you're paying for it. That's why it's not worth it. If it was free, we'll take it, right?
Oh, exactly.
If we have to do, or if it was like we said with the NFT, we'll take it because at least we own the NFT. But just for looks, and we have to pay for it, it makes it a little iffy.
That's the thing, right? Like if it was, like you said, unlocked by an NFT or whatever, then yeah, I'd be using it. But I would buy one of the NFTs just to use it specifically. But now that and it seems the direction they're going is they don't want paid, or they want everybody to purchase the skins, opposed to them being unlocked by an NFT. So if that's the direction, I guess I've only got 2 skins that I'm using, at least until they give more benefits and reason for me to purchase the skins. But yeah, I think it's a bad choice though. I think it hurts partners, to be honest. And I guess the last thing, and I've mentioned it in the Discord too, my concern is then And similar to like what we saw with the Syntopia project, right? That they announce a partnership, promote a NFT project or part of their NFT project, right? Now, I'm not saying that they're not joining. I mean, they are on right below your name, right below you actually, is one of their NFTs in the loading screen picture, right? The loading screen graphic. So I would assume that they are actually coming as a PFP. But again, there's also the Wolf Swap guy, and I don't know their NFT collections. So it just sort of is like, well, did they market this NFT collection based on the partnership, but the only part of the partnership is the skin that you have to buy, right? So it's sort of like, you know, you got people in and excited about the synthetics collection because it was coming to Main City, and then it's quote unquote coming to Main City, and then it's just a skin, right? So it's sort of like, I find that it can be ripe for abuse because, you know, myself and I know a lot of other Main City players will mint a project when they have a partnership announcement because it's like, hey, I want to show support for them, and if it's going to be used in game, I want to be able to maybe get a mint one that's really cool, and then I could say like, this is the one I minted, this is my forever representation for this collection, right? But yeah, I fear that it could be easily abused for partnership announcements and the ability to market their NFT collection that actually doesn't come into the game. And the only thing that does come to the game is a purchasable skin that, I mean, people are buying them, so whatever. But I just don't think that they're that enticing. Like, I don't think there's a benefit to the project. If anything, I think it actually harms some projects because then it makes it look like, you know, why would you do this when you could be a avatar, right? It's like, we want to buy your NFT to be getting faction bonuses. We don't want to just we don't want to just buy your skin, right? We're not buying the skin, we're buying the NFTs.
Yeah, like the project, it's not the skin. Like the project is not Main City skin. The project, it's the project itself. And they're supposed to implement a little bit of it into Main City. So yeah, definitely the best way to do it is just pick up their project. You know, they're already gonna do their mint, and then have them unlock the benefits, as opposed to just buying. And again, buying a skin that you can't even resell. That's not very Web3 like. You know, that's not very blockchain like.
No, exactly. Well, it is what it is. I mean, I guess all we can do is provide feedback as to our displeasure with it. That's all we can really do, right?
Yeah, because if it would be cool too if you would have uh a place where it says skins and then sell them, and then you can put it back, put it back for sale.
Yeah, like if they
Um,
did limited runs of skins, then it might justify some of the prices and people would buy them, right? If it's like, hey, there's only going to be 500 of these skins, buy it, right? And then
mhm.
that gives you some incentive to actually purchase it. But as of right now, an unlimited skin at, $50, it doesn't, and all it gives you is like a 10% bonus. Just doesn't seem that enticing. But I mean, there's whales. There's people with a lot of money. I'm not one of them, unfortunately. So I need to make sure I spend my money wisely, or as wisely as you can when it comes to Main City.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm totally with you too. I'm gotta um, space out my mints, my budget. And some of these NFTs are really cool looking. I mean, even the skin, the Soaking Bara, it's a really nice skin. But I wish I could keep it, have it in my wallet, move it around, reset. I wish it was actually mine. And I like what you said, that if it was like a limited amount, then it would be a little bit more of an NFT, right? That would be kind of like an NFT. If we were able to, if it was a limited number of them, and we were able to sell and resell, then it would pretty much be an NFT. Kind of. I mean, the only thing is that we wouldn't be able to transfer it from wallet to wallet or whatever if it's not in the blockchain.
Yeah.
But that would be, if it was a limited amount, then definitely more people would buy it.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm surprised that it's 150K. But I guess it's the newest skin, so if you want the skin right away, you got to pay the fee.
Yeah, we'll wait until it goes on sale.
Yeah, that's my
We'll
plan.
wait for Black Friday.
Yeah, honestly though, I wouldn't put it past them to put a Black Friday sale on. 50% off
Right?
everything. I don't even know if I'd still
Yeah.
buy it at that point. I'd probably just be like, I still don't need it. I don't use any of those businesses in my city, so it's not like it really does anything other than changes the aesthetic. But all of them sit in my inventory right now, so it's like there's no point. I just don't see the point.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. It's not fitting your strategy at the moment.
No, it does not. So, I mean, that's why I said if there was a mode or a museo, the Museo de Leon, if they changed that into something, maybe I would go for the 4.5. But even 4.5, it's like, I mean, I'll just attack.
Yeah. Yeah, or put a booster or yeah, it's not that much, but we'll see. We'll see what I mean, things keep changing and all we can do is yeah, I love the part of the speculation part of the podcast because it's pretty much all free
Yeah.
creative thinking.
That's it. We just banter, ramble on about stuff. So I think for the most part, we're at about an hour and 40. So I don't think I've really got too much else to speculate about at this point. We got to wait for some more information on these elemental businesses. So maybe we just wrap her up here.
Yeah, I think no, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, if you want to go for it, go.
Yeah, and yeah, I was gonna say, I think that by the time we do the next one in 2 weeks, we'll definitely have a lot more info. So I think this is a good. We covered what's been happening between the last podcast and this podcast. So I think we're pretty good on here. By the time the next episode comes out, we'll have a lot more to go from and give some more specifics of this speculation, see how right or wrong we were, and yeah, it's always fun. It's always fun to speculate.
Yes, definitely. And it'll be pretty much the end of the competition. So we'll have the results of that. I mean, we won't have all the finalized leaderboard rewards and whatnot, but we will at least be able to share some of our thoughts and experiences around the most recent Blitz. So yeah, I mean, other than that, you guys, thank you everybody for taking the time to listen at least to as much as you have. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. And also good luck on the Blitz. Hopefully you guys are able to place where you want to. And then, yeah, gonna catch you in the next one, probably 2 weeks from now. We're trying to keep these bi-weekly.
Yes, yes. Thank you guys for all the support. We do hear the feedback. And I know you guys said that you guys do like the podcast, so thank you for the support. Again, make sure that you guys like, subscribe, leave some comments, let us know if there's anything that we missed, something that you want us to talk about in the next one, and we'll definitely cover it. So yeah, thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you guys in the next podcast.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yes. Peace out.